We're so back, guys. New season of Keeping Up with Shy. I love it. Sometimes you need to touch grass. Girl, you are that girl. I don't know what's in it. Makeup be stuck on. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is TheShai. I do mainly beauty content, little lifestyle, little vlogs, little fashion here and there. So if that seems like your vibe, your energy, feel free to join. It's all good vibes over here. Oh my gosh, guys, if you're not new, hello, welcome back. It's been a second. Like, yeah, I have to address the elephant in the room. It's been a second, but I'm back. I'm better. I'm feeling good. I feel like my hair is giving very Leo lioness energy, and it should be, as it should, because I just had a birthday a couple of days ago and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling, you know, I'm just feeling refreshed. I feel like when my birthday comes around, it's like happy new year, new vibes, set your intentions, or what's good, what we doing, where we going. That's how I feel. So yeah, today we're gonna do a little chit chat. I did do a little poll on my, why is this in my face? Hold on. I did do a little poll on YouTube community post, and most people that voted wanted me to do jump back into reviews. But guys, what is there to review, please? I haven't done a full face in a second. Like I did do, you know, my little 1-2 on my birthday. And if you guys don't follow my Instagram, make sure you follow me. I posted my birthday pictures. I feel like they're so cute. I haven't really sat down here and done a like makeup video in months. Months is crazy. Months is really ridiculous, actually. I already moisturized in my brows. I always do that because I struggle with my brows. No matter how long I've been doing makeup, my eyebrows are like my weak point. So I have to like focus, like get in the mirror, like jump in the mirror and do my brows. I feel like the gym has been doing me right, girl. Your girl has been disciplined, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Over the last like couple weeks, I have been slacking a bit, but I've been going to the gym and I feel like you can start seeing it. Like, I love it. I'm gonna start priming my skin. I'm gonna use my Milk. This is like my ride or die, okay? This just keeps the makeup on. Summer, spring, winter, fall, rain, snow, sleet, whichever weather, whatever the weather, this primer holds me down. I know some people don't like it, but I don't know, maybe because I have more dry skin, I just really enjoy it. So we're just gonna apply this. But yeah, I'm feeling good about reaching a new year. It's always a blessing to grow older, and I feel like the further I get into my 20s, it's easy to like fall victim to or fall into the trap of giving up and just settling for what your life is meant to be, what you're planning out, and just going for it and just settling for what is just the easiest option or what is the safe option. And I feel like for me, I feel the most fearless right now. Like I feel the most like, if I'm gonna go and get it, I gotta get it now. Like that's how I feel. And honestly, I feel like this is just part of the journey of growing in your 20s. I feel like you have your ups, you have your downs, but altogether it's really just molding you and shaping you into the person that you're going to become. And I feel like you should take everything in stride. Like everything's not going to be smooth sailing and easy. Like you're going to go through some tough times, but I feel like in general, I think your 20s is a very like up and down time where you're just like figuring it out, and people can be at so many different stages at the same time. But it's really up to you to hold true to what you want to do, what you see for yourself, and just to stick with that. Because at the end of the day, honey, when everybody else closes their doors and goes home and goes to sleep, you have to be able to sleep and rest your head and be comfortable in decisions you made and the life that you live. So I'm actually going to use a little combo. I feel like these days I'm just always comboing my stuff because I'm a big advocate. Like, I don't like to waste money. I don't like to waste money. So it's like I have to kind of double my products, not just because I want to, but because I feel like I need to use them. So this is the Fenty, this is the new foundation, the Soft Lit, what's it called? Soft Lit Foundation, Luminous. A really nice foundation. I just wish the shades were a bit better in my shade range department. But I'm also going to mix it with my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin in shade 10. Mix them together just gives me the chef's kiss perfect like base. At one point in the beauty community, like in the makeup space, everyone was like stressing to find the perfect shade match. But it's like, it's cute if you can find a perfect shade match, but if not, just get something like a little bit deeper. It will be okay. Nothing's gonna happen. It'll be fine. As you can see, well loved. Well loved. Danessa girl, thank you. Because I literally had so many doubts in this product. So I was like, what's so good about it? And it's quite expensive, honey. So I was like, what's so good about it? But oh my gosh, since I've got it, sorry guys, I'm not prepared. Ain't prepared. Need a little mirror. As soon as I've purchased it, I've literally been using it all the time. So I literally just do like a few little swipes on my face. I feel like my hair is just giving very lioness energy. I feel like I've struggled with getting a good hairstyle that I feel like is versatile enough for me, and I have to say I'm gonna be a flip over girl for the next like month or two, maybe the foreseeable. I literally don't have to put heat on my hair, nothing. I just have to literally braid my hair in the front at night, wrap my hair, and that's about it. Speaking about hair, we lost some recipes. I feel like we went so far to the left with hair that we forgot that the basics also work, because this is sewing. I did my own sewing, and when I did it, I was like, why did I stop doing sewing? Like, why did I stress myself out learning how to do frontals and lace? Like, sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, I'm loving the sewing era that I'm in. Like, it's just so easy. It's not hard work. I have to be worried about blending a lace. Like, it's just so much nicer, and I just feel like, I don't know, I like how I look without wigs. Like, and at one point I didn't know how I looked without wigs. I kind of had a reliance on wigs at one point. I remember feeling like, oh my gosh, if I don't have a wig, I'm not properly put together. And I remember when I felt like that, I was like, nah, like, I've got to give these wigs a break, because I never, not once, was insecure about my natural hair. I was insecure without wearing a wig. And when I felt like that, I was like, baby, I'm gonna have to force myself out of these wigs. And I did. And now I just love when I don't wear a wig. Like, it's my favorite, because I just feel like, ugh, I don't have to worry about a lace looking crazy. I just be myself. Love it. But yeah, flip over supremacy, I actually love it. If you haven't tried it out, definitely try it, because when I tell you the freedom that I have, you got to set aside a whole hour to lay your wig and lay it. Like, girl, I feel so free. I feel so free, and I love it. So where have I been this last couple of months? What have I been doing? Your girl pressed reset on her whole life. I literally got to a point where I was like, I'm not happy. Like, I'm not fulfilled. I literally sat down one day, I came from work, and I was like, I'm not happy, I'm not fulfilled, I'm not gonna keep doing this. Like, I'm not gonna keep living my life like Groundhog Day, because that's how it felt, guys. Like, I got up, I went to work, did my work, came home, showered, watched Love Island, or watched whatever show I was watching, go to bed, wake up, do the same thing. Like, I was doing the same thing every day, and I felt so unfulfilled, and I was like, I can't keep wasting my time like this, and I can't keep taking time for granted, because time is something you cannot get back. Every day you wake up, you actually have to thank God that you're able to open your eyes and you're able to have all your mobility. You can't take that for granted. And I feel like at some point I was like, no, like, I'm not even happy, I'm not fulfilled. I'm using my time on this earth and I'm not even living. Like, I'm literally just doing the same thing every day, and I'm not happy. It's not fulfilling me. Like, something has to give. And yeah, I decided, like, I'm gonna have to press reset on my life and really figure out what I want. I took a whole life audit. It was so unexpected, because I feel like it just happened at a random day, but I literally took an audit of my life. Like, literally sat down with a pen and paper, pros, cons, what's good, what's not good, what do we need to work on, what do I want to do. Like, I literally took an audit. I need to actually figure out what I wanted for myself, and not just as far as like socials, but like actual, like, real life. It's so easy to compare yourself to other people, compare your goals, and like see other people's life and feel like you want certain things. I feel like it's really important to sit down to yourself without socials, without looking at anyone else's life, and say, okay, what do I want for myself? Sometimes you need to touch grass. I literally pulled everything back, stripped everything, not deleted everything, but basically cleared the house, and now I'm like building up again. And I feel like I'm in such a great position, because I feel like the only way is up. I can't go down, I can only go up. So it's like a blessing, but it's also kind of like, ugh, we're starting again. And I feel like when you're at a point where you're kind of resetting, or you want to start over, you want to, what the girls like to call, rebrand, but you always have to remember you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. You know better now, so you can do better. I feel like I do want to add a little bit more of my Danessa, because I feel like this is still a bit yellow and I don't like that. I just hate looking olive. I'm not an olive babe. Even if I am an olive babe, I don't like how it looks with foundation, so I'm gonna go for what I know. I'm gonna go what I know. I think that looks a bit better now. I just have a bit of a tan because I did go on holiday, and I feel like it's wearing off now at this point, but I did get a pretty good tan, so that might be it too. Concealer I've absolutely been loving, my Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer in 18, and of course I'm using my little elf to give me a little brightness. Obedience became a very strong part of my journey to where I am now, and that also has something to do with my face. So I remember when I started my role in like 2022, I think 2022, end of 2022. I remember getting my role and I'm feeling like, I don't think I'm gonna be here. Like, this is like a stepping stone. That's how I felt when I started that role. And I remember saying to myself, I'm not gonna move from that role until God tells me to move. I don't care what happens. I don't care how I feel. Like, I genuinely feel like I got that role in the like literal nick of time. And even though it wasn't what I wanted to do, I was like, okay, well, God, I'm not going to move from here until you say it's time for me to move. I remember making that declaration and saying that. As soon as this year started, I started to feel like, yeah, it's time to start moving. Every month, something would happen at my role that would just like be like, yeah, it's time to go. Like, every month, something kept happening. Every time I would try to delay it, like, let me wait, let me see. Something happened that was like, it's time to go. And it was like relentless, because either I make a decision or the decision is gonna be made for me. And I remember having fear about it. I feel like I was in my comfort zone. Like, this is another thing, when you get too comfortable somewhere, that means you're not growing. When I started to feel like that, I really started to delay things, because I was like, I'm comfortable here, like it works, let me just wait until this, let me wait until I do that. And I kept delaying. Every single time I'll try to delay it, something else would happen where it was like, yeah, you gotta move. You've been here too long. You need to move. You need to pack your stuff, get to packing. It's time to go. So from January, I've been having that like feeling and that knowing and like things happening where it's like, yeah, it's time to start moving. But what's so crazy is that naturally, when you are somewhere that you're comfortable, you're in your comfort zone, it is a bit daunting to like feel like, oh, you have to let this go, you have to move forward, you have to go somewhere else. It is very daunting. But I would always remember this scripture: God did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. That's something that literally I didn't even know that was going to be helpful for me at the time, but cut to months later, is something that has really saved my mental and like really supported me in being confident and making decisions and like having to move forward from things that are out of my comfort zone, that is completely out of my jurisdiction, but just knowing I'm walking into it with purpose. That has literally saved me. My experience just taught me like obedience is so important. Like, you have to be obedient in whatever you feel like God is telling you to do. But delaying your obedience is also a form of disobedience. Being obedient the first time can save you. Like, you don't want to turn a journey that's meant to be 11 days into 4 years. Walk around in the wilderness because you're scared or you don't have enough faith. And I am paraphrasing, but I say that to say, don't let a journey that was meant to take you 11 days end up taking you 4 years because you're scared to be obedient or you're scared to move forward for what you know you're supposed to do, you know? I literally have not wavered. I'm very proud of myself for like really being obedient and like following through. And I was fine until God said, yeah, I think it's time. And I started shaking my boots like, oh, maybe in a couple weeks, maybe in a couple months, I don't think now. And then I literally had no choice but to be obedient and be, you know, stand 10 toes down on my faith. And I remember seeing a quote online that really shook me to my core. Not believing in yourself is not believing in God. And I said, oh, how dare I not believe in myself when God believes in me? Like, God will give you all your talents and give you all your gifts and give you all your blessings and provided you with a certain purpose for your life, and for you to think that you can't do it or you can't fulfill it, that's not believing in God then. Like, do you believe God to be a provider? Do you believe God to be who he says he is? I'm gonna just talk about how this concealer is looking so fabulous. Like, since I've been using my Youth to the People cleanser, ever since I've been back using it properly, I've been like, whoa, like it actually makes a difference to my skin. Because sometimes I feel like I have very unproblematic skin, so I don't have like a like super hyperpigmentation, I don't like have breakouts or anything like that. So for the most part my skin is pretty good, but I definitely have been seeing a difference in like how my skin feels and how like it just looks much better. Like when I woke up this morning I said, ooh, skin is looking good. So definitely I'm gonna make sure I'm on top of my skincare a bit more, because sometimes I can get so lax because I just feel like, oh well, my skin will be fine. It won't be perfect, but it will be fine. That ain't good enough. We want only the best, top tier-ish all the time. So yeah, I'm in like a season right now where I'm like reset, new life, new me. I wouldn't even call it a rebrand. You know how people like to say, oh, I'm rebranding my life. it's cute to say, it's cute for a caption, but for me, I feel like I'm just stepping into a new era, like a new time. I'm growing. I'm not like changing everything up. It's just an elevation, and I'm obsessed with it. And I don't know what it is. Like, I just feel like as I've gotten older, I just have more confidence in myself. Like, I feel like I know me. Like, I feel like you're always growing and you're always gonna be learning more about yourself. I don't think you can ever stop learning. But I just feel like I'm in a space where I'm like, yeah, like I know what I'm meant to be doing. Shout out to God for that, because there was such a time where I was so insecure about things. Like, even with like my socials and stuff, like I would even say I've grown out of it, because I'm still kind of like that now. But I wouldn't tell people like, oh yeah, I do content, or I have like beauty content. I wouldn't tell anyone. Like, I will be in real life, we'll meet someone and then they'll ask me what I do, and I'll just say what I do on a day-to-day. I won't say like I do this. They're like, oh yeah, but she has this. I'm like, don't tell them that. And I don't know why I feel like shy, but I'm really working on like walking in confidence. Like, girl, you are that girl. Why are we playing small? There's no need to play small when you're already who you say you are. Like, let's stop playing small. Let's start really popping it, like for real. And I love a bright under eye. I don't care what anyone says about the under eye trend. To me, it's not a trend, it's a lifestyle, baby. It's either you get it or you don't. And I'm a bright under eye girly for life. Well, I'm gonna say for life now, I don't know. I think it's all how you blend your makeup too. Always set with a brush. I think it's just, it gives a prettier finish. Another interesting development into the new season of Keeping Up with Shy. I'm back on my entrepreneur journey. I'm so excited. I never knew what day this would happen or when the day would come again that I could get into my entrepreneur bag, because honestly, the last time it drained me. So if you guys are not new here, you guys know I had a beauty brand. I still have, I'm not gonna say had, because I'm still like working on it. Like, there's never been a time where I'm not, well, let me not lie, there has been a time where I just completely wasn't working on it, but I always had plans to like reopen it. Sorry, there was literally some little bit of hair in my eye I had to get out. But yeah, there's never really been a time where I felt like I was never going to go back into having my own business, because I've always wanted to do that. So I knew I was going to come back to it eventually, but I didn't know what was going to be like the driving force. I didn't know what was going to be the time. With me, like anything I do, I want it to be top tier. I never want to do anything half-hearted. I always want to be passionate about anything I do as an entrepreneur, because I feel like that's number one, how you're just gonna not care about your brand, or you're not gonna care about your business because you don't care about it. You're not passionate about it. I don't think you could convince other people to be passionate about it or care about it. I feel like you have to care. You have to show that like passion. That's just how I feel. And like all the brands that I've loved over the years, you can always tell when people are passionate about it, people love it. So that's always been important to me, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of paused with Shy Beauty, because I just felt like I lost my passion for it. I wasn't like passionate about it. I always love makeup, still love beauty, still love makeup, but I just felt like I was just posting it. Like, I wasn't like passionate about it. I didn't feel excited about it, and I was like, the minute I'm not having fun with it, I'm not going to continue with it. I'm not going to continue with it. I'm going to give it a pause, because I knew how much I put into my first business. Like, I put a lot into it. Like, I did everything myself. I did everything from scratch, like learning absolutely everything, and I was not going to put that down the drain or like just not give it my best. Like, I just don't believe in that. So I'm really excited to be starting again. I'm starting very, not slowly, but I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing anything. I'm also, again, starting from experience, not scratch, so it's not as hard. I'm actually thanking younger me, because I saved so many contacts, information, emails. Like, I saved so much, so I'm not starting from scratch at all. Like, I really kind of getting back into what I know to do, which is exciting. But yeah, I'm really excited to go back on my journey and like get back into my bag, because I just love it. And I know like entrepreneurship is not for everybody. That's one thing that I completely agree with. I find it so weird how sometimes people can talk down on each other. Like, people who are entrepreneurs, they talk down on people who have 9-to-5s, or people who have 9-to-5s don't understand the entrepreneur thing. But generally, I feel like it's a personal thing. It is not for everyone. It really isn't. Do not force it. Do not feel like it looks fun because on Instagram you will have to work 365. You have to pay yourself your own holiday. You have to do your, like, everything is down to you. It's all on you, and you have to be the type of person that finds joy and finds not even just joy, but is able to handle that and like love that. Some people just like the ease of having the 9 to 5, and you can be very successful and have an amazing life and have an amazing salary. I feel like it's just different for everyone. Like, whatever your lifestyle is, whatever you see yourself doing, do that. There's no shame in nobody's game. Like, once you're making your honest money and you're happy doing it, do it. Don't like feel the need to be pressured by anybody else. For me personally, I always felt like entrepreneurship is just something that I've always seen myself doing, because even when I was younger, I just never ever saw myself sitting in an office all day. Like, it never occurred to me, like, it's just never my thing. So I always knew, like, these things are stepping stones for me. Like, I don't think you should ever waste your time, waste your life doing something you don't love. And that's where I kind of was. Like, I just felt like I was so unfulfilled in where I was, and I was like, I have to hit reset, because if I don't hit reset, I'm gonna end up being one of those people who just like don't love what they do and just go to work and just continue with life all day. And I was like, that's just not me. That's not my position. That's not what God put me here for. I need to snap out of this fever dream and get my life. But yeah, I feel like when it comes to job roles or, like, you know, entrepreneurship and such, it's very personal. It's very personal. Not everyone's gonna have the mental strength and the delusion. And I call it delusion a little bit because it takes a level of delusion to, like, I wouldn't even say it's delusion, it's crazy faith. I'm going with my NARS blush. Sometimes, you know, the girl has been talking about blush blindness. Maybe I have blush blindness because I do go crazy with my blush, but that's just a personal choice. I don't know what blush blind, what are you guys talking about? I feel like sometimes with this makeup community, especially on TikTok, you guys make stuff up. Everything's made up. Everything is made up. Like, some of the installs, some of the makeup routines, some of the techniques, people just making up new names for it, and I'm not buying it. I'm not buying into it. Blush blindness, makeup blind, what are you talking about? Like, what are we actually talking about here? It starts to get on my nerves, not gonna lie, because I'm just like, what do you mean blush blindness? Oh, I put on too much blush? Okay. What are we gonna, like, where do we go from here? I like a lot of blush. Sometimes I'll be like, ooh, like, maybe too much, but it's not a big deal. I'm also excited to kind of be like back posting and doing content. I feel like for a long time I've looked at me doing content as something that's just extra, just on the side, just, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm at a point where I'm ready to center this. I'm actually gonna add a little bit of blush. I walked past the mirror, I love the way our blush looks, but I want a bit of pink. I'm in a pink era. My flowers, they're basically like nearly done now. I got these for my birthday. Honestly, I wish this was a little bit more deep. I feel like it's quite pastel, but it's still pink, so I'm gonna go with her. But I do wish we had a bit of a pastel-y pink. I feel like that's one thing I feel like we're missing, and what I feel like I'm missing is, like, there's always like a hot pink, but there's never like a nice like medium pink blush. It's always like either pastel or hot pink. There's no like medium. So I'm just gonna put this more on my apples just to give me that blushy look. Oh, don't we love a good setting spray? Everything comes together. I'm gonna go in with my lip liner. I'm gonna use Morphe. Can you guys, why are they discontinuing this? I know I have probably like 1 or 2 left in my overstock. I call it overstock. I have 1 or 2 backups left that I've not opened, but there's one small one that I need to find because I literally am rushing this. Because this is my favourite lip liner of all time. Okay, I can't even talk, hold on. This is my favourite lip liner of all time. I do have the new Fenty liner that I really want to try out. I might try it out after this video. I might do it on TikTok. I was going to do like a whole YouTube video. But guys, like, this don't need a YouTube video. So I might post on YouTube Shorts. But make sure you guys follow me on TikTok and Instagram to see like mini reviews. Things that I feel like don't need a whole video on. Because I rather just do it on IG, TikTok, because it's a bit easier. But also let me know if you guys have any products you're interested in. I know Fenty are dropping new blushes, but I will be real, they look really small for the price, and I don't know if I want to drop £30 on a new blush that I'm not sure I'm gonna love because it has shimmer, you know. I'm using my NYX. Another thing that's discontinued, I'm really tired of these brands like discontinuing stuff that just work. They look good. Why? Especially when it's a big brand, because I feel like with smaller brands I can be a bit more forgiving because I'm like, okay, there can be several things that could happen, but with bigger brands, I'm like, what happened? You guys can actually really invest the money to manufacture more. So what's up? I do love this lip gloss though. It's one of my favorite lip glosses ever. I feel like NYX do really good lip glosses in general. Like in the affordable realm of things, I feel like they would do really good lip products. Not really doing much today, so. This, I don't know what's in it, but it's strong and it works. So I just let it do what it do because, honey, makeup be stuck on all day. Last thing I'm going to do is put on some brow lift. I'm going to use my e.l.f. brow lift and just get my brows to stay in. This actually has been really helping my brows last because I find that after a long night out, not that I have many long nights out these days, but when I do go out, I find that this like really keeps my brows in, because I used to have the issue with like my brows not rubbing off but like just less defined, but this like holds my brows and makes sure like she stays defined, honey. And especially in pictures, if you guys see my birthday pictures I put up, my brows were looking popping, and like before my brows would kind of sometimes get lost in photos. So yeah, and that wraps up the end of today's little chit chat. I just wanted to do a little quick one, just sit down, catch up with you guys, give you guys an update, what's been going on, what's the vibes, and yeah, that's about it. So I'll be back with more content today's Friday, so in the next week you guys will start seeing more videos pop up. Make sure your notifications are on for me. Be sure to like the video, engage, because that's how you guys see more of my content. If you don't engage, you might not see that much of me. Make sure to tap my notifications. Make sure to follow me on all my platforms, because if you guys don't see me on one platform, 9 times out of 10 you'll see me on the other. Make sure you follow my Instagram, my TikTok to stay up to date with my content. It's the same as here, TheShaiLife. But yeah, I'm excited. I feel like I'm back in my YouTube era. Like I feel like we're back. We're so back, guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Done, at work, come over.